Jujubes, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? Today is Sunday. I think it's Sunday. And I missed yesterday. I was taking a little break. But I am back with you guys today. And we're going to jump right in. So if you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. We've been talking about Butterfly 1. And we're going to continue to talk about Butterfly. Let me go ahead and get this thumbnail out of the way because I forgot last time. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment. I said that already. I'm repeating myself. I ain't crazy, y'all. It was a little bit much getting it together. But this meal that I have, I'm going to do this first. Okay, this, as you can see in the clips before, I tried to do a little bit something different to show you guys that I made something at home. So I made like Taco Bell inspired chicken quesadillas. So hopefully you guys like that. Let me know so I can know if you guys want to see more of that. I don't do a lot of cooking often, but I thought I would try. So I got tortilla chips and guac in the back. And I got some queso as well. And I got my quesadilla. It's really good. Maybe I should take a thumbnail with that too, huh? At least I have something to pick from. So, we're going to try to get right back into where we left off. I know I'm taking long. I said I was going to try to find a way to minimize it. Got my lot to tell. But I be, y'all know once I get in the zone, talking about my people, I be somewhere lost. So, we have ventured off until Arya and Issa. And they are at his house, I believe. And this is after the card game that they had at Morgan's house. Oh, I was hoping I got a cheese pull, but I didn't. See? It's really good. So they're going to get married, but now they're just kind of like engaged. Because Issa felt like if Arya was willing to have a shotgun wedding with him, that she definitely was the woman that he was supposed to marry. But he wanted to give it to her the way that she deserves it. So, white dress. Everybody dressed all up. So when they got home, they just was, spending time like they normally do. And she told him, like, thank you. She was like, because I would be lying if I say I'm not afraid of you, Issa. And he said, you should be, baby, because I'm a monster. So, they, hugging and kissing. And in the middle of it, Arya's like, Issa, I need to tell you something. And he like, what's good, Ali? And they like literally in the middle, like making out. Put his hands, down yonder. They in the middle, trying to get to the magic. Now, mind you, she done had my guy waiting for 2 years. He ready. Like I'm trying to sample that now. I don't want to keep on waiting. I done committed to buying the cow. And I put my down payment on the cow with this ring. Let me go ahead and get this milk. Let me go ahead and get this milk and quit playing. So, he like, what's good, Ali? So while he's trying to tell her, he mixed the smell. He got his Creed cologne, which we know that smells so good, but that's just toxic. but it smells so good. Smelling like, you know, reefer and cologne and liquor. It's like a mixed smell. It's just like, that's just like a bad boy smell. Like, you know how about he ain't no good, but ooh, Lord, thank you for giving him to me. He ain't no good, but thank you for sending him to me. And so they still in the middle or whatever the case. And she like, dang boy, like, you know. And she like, and then next thing you know, his tongue was behind her ear. And she like, Issa, and he like, like, you know, like, girl, I'm trying to get to the what I done purchased, okay? What I done put my down payment on. You want to do all this talking. I'd rather talk after I get what I came here for. So he untied her robe, going down to work on middle, and she's like, I need to, and then she's like, you know, but I can't wrapped up tell you something, and she's like, Issa, you know, Issa, no, and he's like, because you know, went down there and saw what was going on down there, and so they was doing what lovers do without actual grown-upping, okay? Y'all can get the gist of it. I'm trying to keep it as PG as I can. And she's like, what the hell? You know about, oh my God. Her body has never felt like this. Mind you, Aria, she wet behind the ears, okay? So all of this. So she's trying to tell him that she's wet side behind the ears, but he got her so hot and bothered that she can't even get it out. So now she called his name like, wait, Issa, wait. And he like, what? Like, what, Ali? Damn. Like, I've been waiting all this long time. I don't want to wait no more. What else is it that you could possibly be saying to me? Because I don't want to wait. I'm not waiting anymore. Like, I've already waited long enough. Give up the cookie. And she like, I've never done this before. Like, you have to slow down. And he like, word? You know, I'm like, dang, you been holding off the magic for me for this long. Like, you ain't gave it to nobody. I'm the first one to break the seal on that thing. Like, oh, okay. And he said, you been saving that for me, Ali? He talking about all that big girl talk you be talking, and it's brand new. She said, I do not get down for free, so you got to pay me an emotion. She said, men is cheap, and the price of admission, was too expensive until you. She said, until now. She said, is this for real? Like me and you? Because she's afraid, like definitely afraid of being hurt. You know, and like all women are. Whether it's your first go around, whether you've done this before, whether it's an experience that you was on that ride before you got off and now you about to get back on, you have that apprehension. Like, I just do not want to be the only one driving this boat. And I do not want to be the one to just crash along. So let me know if we on the same boat, if we on the same path before I give you me like this. You know what I mean? Not necessarily just physically, even though hers is physically. But with that comes emotional attachment, mental stability. Like, don't engage with me if you cannot keep up your end of the bargain. Now, don't play with me, okay? I've been where she is, not physically, but emotionally. Like, I don't want to dive in here in this sea of emotions all by myself, and then you leave me out here to drown with no life jacket on. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, and he said, yes, for real. And then he went down south. And she said, are you mad? He like, He's like, I'm about to put my name all over this. Like, can I have it? And she said, I want it to mean something and I want it to be with you, but I don't know. The whole engagement, it just feels like a joke. Like you're doing it just to get what you want. And as soon as I give it to you, like you're just going to pull out on me. She said, I know you. He said, if you knew me, Ali, you know better. I ain't going nowhere. He said, I'm tired of waiting though, baby. Like, let me just put the tip on. Let me just put the tip on it. Now, I want y'all to know that the bottom of Issa's candle, because Ashley is just so... everything is wrapped on. The bottom of his candle says that. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I should put it here. It's just a tip because that's what he say. And so he said, I won't even put it in. I just touch. He said, just let me feel something on it, you know. And she said, I can't eat. It's important. He said, just the tip, Ali, I promise. And so, of course, we all know that that's a lie. That's a hoax. Like, ain't nobody just going with the tip. It's the whole little thing gonna slide in. So quit lying. Just go on, quit lying. So, he said, yo, Ali, I swear, you pretty than them. Some of them or something. Like, Arya got that chocolate smooth skin. And compared to Issa, they like day and night because he real light. And so she got undressed, he got undressed, and they proceeded to get busy. And so he pulled out his protection, but then he figured like, oh, I don't need that because I know ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, tested these waters before me, so I'm going to just go ahead and test these, you know, without no glove. And she said, you going to break me, Issa. And he didn't respond. And as he was trying to be grown up, she's like, you cannot do that. I cannot take all of this. And he like, I know. Like, just let me. How I'm supposed to stop? Like, it's like a faucet down here. Like, just let me. This is very difficult trying to go over this, but that's what's going on with them at this moment. And so eventually they go ahead and they do as best as they can without, you know, hurting her. So they do. And then he went on ahead and did what he had to do. And he told her, like, just trust me. And he asked her, was she okay? And then like a tear was running down her. So he stopped. He didn't like go all the way because he wanted her to be able to experience like the pleasure behind it without it causing, you know, too much pain for her or whatever the case may be. He said, your first time got to feel good. It ain't about me. He said, the door's open. I'll walk through it later. He said, I got the key now. So, you know, I'm going to come and go as I please. He said, tonight, I just want to make you feel good. And so, you know, they went through the whole process and, she asked him, like, what did you do to my body? He, like, made it mine, Ali. And he said, and I don't share well with others. She said, yeah, and I don't either. She said, Issa, be real about me about this. The other women, they can't exist. They just can't. He said, I'm done with all of that. He said, everybody before this is no longer an option. I need this, Ali. He said, this, I only want this. And she said, you promise? And he said, oh, my mama. And so, of course, she didn't really know what she had got herself into. Like, you know what I'm saying? She basically taking a gamble on Issa. And even though she been around him for, you know, 2 years, it's been all just like fun and games. Like you sliding up the highway, but no commitment. You know what I mean? You can do what you want to do. I can do what I want to do. And they went from that to now, for real, being in a full-blown relationship. So it's kind of a lot. Not only on her, but on him too. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what he said he wanted. We all know sometimes what we say we want may not necessarily be what we can handle, but we hoping for the best. So Morgan is at home. Somebody knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. She's like, what is going on? Like, it's real early. What's happening or whatever? So she goes to the door, and it's like a Uber Eats driver. He like, I got your Uber Eats. And she's like, what? He like, your food. I got lobster roll, sweet potato fries with a side of ranch, side of barbecue sauce, and a seltzer water. And she like, who ordered this? Like, as he was leaving. He like, Amik Harris. Like, and she like, oh, wow. Now, mind you, that's something that Morgan orders all the time. And, of course, Amik knows because he's been around Morgan for years. And so she called him on the phone and was like, you know, thank you for my order or whatever. Like, I didn't even know you was gone. Because, remember, he had stayed over there to watch Grays with her. But when she fell asleep, he left. And when she called, he picked up the phone like, what's up, Mo? And she said, so that's what you do, show a girl a good time and then leave before she can tease you about crying over Grey's Anatomy. And he like, man, get out of here. Wasn't nobody crying. That's your ass boo-hooing. Every time a patient died inside with O'Malley's whiny ass. And she was like, George, he said, George is my fave and Alex is an asshole. Morgan said. So he was like, I'm team Alex. Alex a real OG. And he like, how did you, she's like, my stomach appreciates what you got. How did you know? He was like, I pay attention, Morgan. I've known you for years. I'm not new He said, I know not to serve the queen no bull. And she said, what's up with you and this queen stuff? Rule number 1, know who you're addressing. Morgan Atkins, he answered. And she said, what you doing today? You didn't have to rush. He like, unfortunately, I did. I had business to take care of. Well, the money don't wait, love. And she said, neither does the queen. And he like, oh, my bad. You know, players, we messed up. My bad. You know what I'm saying? The queen comes first. I keep that in mind from now on. The queen requires undivided attention. She said, now you learning, Mickey. Or Amika, whatever. And so he like, I don't mean to rush you, Mo. She like, well then don't. He like, I swear if I could partake in all things Morgan Atkins right now. But she said, you're busy. It's cool, Meek. Thanks for the food. She hung up. And she got up to get dressed and was like, let me go get my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get off of this little mental high I'm putting myself on messing with Amik. Let me go and get my babies. So she get dressed, put her clothes on, and go to the door. When she walk out the door, Amik is standing right there. And she's like, oh, you know about, oh my God, you scared me. Like, what are you doing right here? She said, you scared the shit out of me. I thought you had to handle business. She said, I do. She said, but the way you hung up the phone told me to get my ass back here before I catch a fade. She said, you didn't have to come back, Meek. He was like, well, that's what the word. He said, that's what the words mean. But that tone, you know, because I heard what you said, but the way I felt when you said it made me feel like I had to get her. It was going to be man down. And so he said, that means something different. He said, what is it with pretty girls and their demands? Y'all difficult on purpose? Is it like a secret society where y'all agree to give men a hard time? She's having some, so you think I'm pretty, huh? And he like, stop fishing for compliments. The world thinks you pretty, Mo. He said, with your difficult ass. And so he said, oh, I'm sorry. So she started laughing and she was just saying like how even though the world thinks she's pretty on the outside, if anybody had an opportunity to go on the inside of her, they would know that she's full of insecurities, which we all women are. But so she said, I got to get the twins. I didn't know you were coming. I've already called Ethic and told him I was on my way. He was like, it's okay. Well, come on, I'll take you. So they go to Ethic's house or whatever to get the kids. And Amika's like, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to be pulling all up on this man's place of residence. You know, me and him, we really ain't on the best of terms. And you know what the plot was prior to right now. Like, I don't know if I should come on up. She's like, it's okay. Like, as long as you with me, it's cool. You know, I'm like, I don't know, Mo. Like, I was, you know, in the plot to off him. And I don't know if it's a good idea for me to come and, you know, walk up to this man's front door after what I was going to do to him. And so she was like, it's fine. Like, you're my friend. We're going to be okay. As long as you and me, it's cool. So when she get in there, Ethic like, you know, I'm like, and who is this? And what did you bring him here for? She's like, he's my friend and he's going to be around and be where I'm at sometimes. And Ethic's like, okay, you know, just kind of like letting it go or whatever. Excuse me, y'all. And so, she's like, hey, my babies or whatever. And Alani's like, why you here so early? Like, we was about to take them to the zoo. Like, like you could have just stayed out and do what you was doing. And she was like, no, it's fine. She was like, I can come and get him and I can take him to the zoo or whatever. And so he was like, the zoo, huh? After they got outside. And she was like, you don't have to go with us to the zoo, Meek. It's fine. Like, I can. He's like, well, I already canceled my plans for the day or whatever. So it's cool. Like, we can go to the zoo. I've never been. She's like, what? He was like, yeah. Like, I mean, when I was younger, I was so busy mobbing that I never had the opportunity to, you know, just be a kid. He was like, so when my mom finally came around to having a field trip at school, she didn't have enough money to pay for it. So I just never went. He was like, and so now I'm grown and now I got, you know, endless opportunities to go, but who I'm going to take to the zoo? Like, it's just me. And she's like, oh, okay. So now I can take, you know, Amik to the zoo. So him, her, and the twins, Masari, and Yara, but Yali Pop, they go to the zoo. Now, Yali Pop is like, she's deaf. So she kind of like, she's deaf. She has like, she's like an empath. Like she can feel, you know, good energy or whatever the case may be. And so she takes a liking to me, like in the worst way. Like she want him to hold her. She won't let him put her down. You know, she cried. Morgan tried to take him out her arms. Like it's real, like love at first sight type of thing with her and Amik, which I think is the sweetest thing in the world. But, you know, it comes with its later on. So, They go to the zoo. When they get to the zoo, like, he helped her move the car seats from her car to his car. He's like, you ain't supposed to drive when you with me. And she's like, Meek, I can drive. He like, nah, we not gonna do that. So they get to the thing. She changed their diaper, and then they go into the zoo or whatever. And so she was like, maybe we should get one of those stroller things. Like, okay, cool. So they both go to the They both go to the little kiosk, where you get the little strollers or whatever from the zoo, and she tries to pay for it. He like, hey, Mo, don't play with me like that. Like, don't put your money out. I got it. He was like, no, I'm not. Don't play with me. I'm like, come on, don't. So he took her credit card and put it in his back pocket. He was like, I'll give it to you when you leave here. When we leave, and he told y'all, like, you see your mama trying to play me out here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of guy. Like, that ain't what I do. So, they go to the zoo or whatever, and then eventually, when they get the little seat, he tries to put Yali down, and she get the crying. She was like, you can put her down, it's okay. He was like, nah, it's cool, like, I'll hold her or whatever. So she was like, you ain't gonna be saying that when she get heavy, you're gonna want to put it down. He was like, it's cool, So then she wound up falling asleep on his shoulder. Like, they went to go see all the animals. I think they went to get some ice cream. Like, they just had a really good day at the zoo. And when they was leaving the zoo, the picture man was like, can I take y'all a nice family picture? She was like, oh, no, we're not. He's not. And Amik was like, just relax, Mo. Like, it's just a picture. So they took a picture, and he wound up giving the guy like $100 so that he could take a picture on his phone of the thing, and he wound up sending it to her. And like, the guy caught it at the right time where she's smiling, sorry on her hip, and Yali, and Yali, like, it was just like a family portrait. Now, I told y'all, I don't have nothing against Meek. Like, I really like him. And I even like him. I love the way that he treats Morgan. Like, I really, really do. I just don't think that Morgan is ready for him right now. And I know it seems very soon, but y'all know I done already read all the books, so I'm going to just relax. But I just don't think that what he provides, she's never experienced it before. I mean, Ethic loves her endlessly, but it's not the same. Like, her and Ethic's love is not romantic. You know what I'm saying? So she's experienced somebody taking care of her and putting her needs first as a father figure, but she's never really fully experienced somebody loving her openly and allowing her to just, I ain't gonna say be her, because she could be herself on my side, but I'm saying, like, doing it in the open. You know what I mean? Like, not that it wasn't Messiah's idea necessarily to do it in quiet, but that's a whole nother discussion. So they take a picture. They get ready to go. He sent a picture to her, and I think they gone. She told him, though, like, you gonna ruin my life, aren't you? And he like, nah, I can't see that. She said, I don't think you gonna mean to. She said, but I know better than to expect anything else. I don't know better. I didn't know better before, but I know better now. So whatever this is, he said, it's friendship, Mo. It's an apology. It's a blessing. And she's like, a blessing for me to have you in my life, huh? You cocky at me. Who's to say I'm staying? Who says I want you here? He said, a blessing for me, Mo, for me. So, they took the picture, and they leaned in and smiled. They went on to get him home. And so they stopped, for a diaper change, got in the car, and then he said, I'm gonna go get him a bath and she said, I'm gonna go get him a bath and put him to bed, and you can stay if you want to. We can finish a season of Grays. You don't have to. I know you're busy and I've taken up your entire day. He said, I gotta spin through the hood, Mo. Money can wait, but it normally don't. He said, when I'm done, I'll call you though, if that's cool with you. Can I call you? She said, I really don't do easy, Meek. Calling is easy. Texting is easier. I'm with the face-to-face. I need to see your eyes when you tell me something so I can see if it's bullshit. He said, I don't do bullshit. He said, when I tell you something, you better believe it's a bond. Give me your phone. She rolled her eyes and gave it to him. So he said, face-to-face. And you can play Grays while I shoot this move. Give me the play-by-play so I don't miss nothing. So he FaceTimed her. She said, that's technically not face-to-face. He said, the fuck it ain't. And so Yara wind up crying and trying to get him to pick her up or whatever. And he bent down to pick her up. He said, now I've got two pretty girls giving me a hard time about leaving. Y'all Atkins girls just don't play fair. And he said, she said, I'm being a brat. I know. I'm used to getting my way. Thanks for keeping us company. He said, anytime, Mo. He said, it was a good time. I've been chasing papers since I was 12 years old. I never really took the time to do something so simple. It felt easy. And she said, yeah, it did, didn't it? And they said goodnight. He said night or whatever. And so she went to go tuck the kids in or whatever. And when she got done tucking them in, she noticed that he had called her. He was like face to face. As promised, Miss Atkins, he said, y'all settle, you need me to hit you back? She said, no, I just put them down there. Okay. He said, so where we at doing this Grace thing or what? She's like, over FaceTime, I meek. You want to know what's going on? It's sweet of you to try, though, to keep your word. And he said, you want to see my face when I'm talking to you? You call the plays, Mo. I mean, get off the phone before you die. She said, I would feel... I'd rather you be alive for me to give you a hard time. All right, Mo. He said, yo, thanks for the memories, the zoo, the little people hanging all over me, the pretty girl spending all my bread, and the henna and the face paint. I told you I would pay. He said, never that. Sleep well, Miss Atkins. She said, I will. Be safe, I mean. And then she was like, well, since when did this become like this? Like, when did our bond become where, good night, see you tomorrow? And when did it become me being the one telling you, be safe, I mean? Like, what am I doing? Like, why do I feel like this about him? Like, it's just all just too much. So, when, so she's trying to, figure it out. Like, she don't understand why she feel this way. Is it because it's familiar? Because he reminds her so much of a situation that she had with Messiah? Did she always have these feelings for him? And then she suppressed them like it's just all kind of like, too much. So I'm going to stop right here because this next chapter is kind of long. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to stop at that one and then I'm going to pick back up tomorrow. I'm going to try to do 2 videos tomorrow so I can try to knock this out. But we shall see what's happening and what's brewing with Morgan and Meek. Okay. Now, this is when you can tell me in the comments, like, are you a team Meek or are you team Messiah? Like, I need to know. I'm going to love everybody, but I just want to know. I just want to know who watching me, what kind of vibes I got out there. I'm team who I want to be today. Like, I'll always be team Messiah because I love him. But I like Meek too. But if I have to choose between the two, I ain't going to tell y'all who I'm going to pick. I'm going to wait till the end. Y'all probably already know. I'm pretty sure I'd have made it a little clear almost on there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the love and support. Please continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I'm doing great things over here, so I just want to share all with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye, my jujubes.